Alright, today is still February the 14th, Valentine's Day. We've got 10 minutes left before February 15th hits. I'm gonna do something different today. I'm gonna talk briefly about some mistakes that took place and how you should handle them, and how I was able to handle them this week. I didn't lose any trades. It's just the trades that I miss, or the mistakes that I made this week, that led to not losses, but not a lot of profits. And it's only in euro, but I'm going to. It was just one of these weeks so far that just kind of was a weird one. But in Bitcoin, clearly, since I spoke 2 or 3 days ago, price has went above that 9,500 level, but it does need to break 99.50. What's likely to happen is it may get to 99.50, and it may find a bit of a resistance here, and at that point you may see a little bit of a pullback, and then at that point, or you may see it push through. If it does push through, likely that would happen tomorrow, or within the next couple of hours. So I'm waiting for that particular push, and then that should show signs of strength that will go to next levels. And I only have about 3 of them right now, but basically it has the potential to go all the way back to like 13,000. And once price does do that, then that 5,900 will definitely be the low, and price should continue upward from there. So if you got in at 6,000 or 7,000, you should be doing pretty good, holding on to this particular trade going forward. And it's getting close, and it may get there sooner than I think. But I'm only going to cover Bitcoin and the euro. Earlier about 2 days ago, I don't know, Microsoft or my computer did an update, completely erased all my support and resistance levels, my charts, everything. So I'm still in the process of kind of getting those back together. Most likely I'll have that by Sunday, once I actually take a couple of hours to sit down and just get it done. Okay, I just thought I did something wrong. Okay, so moving on to, so here's the funny and really not funny thing that happened. Now, when I did post Sunday night, I believe, I was trying to I ended up taking an entry going short. No, actually, I was here, I believe, at about 120, right here. So I was at I took a short at 123.20. But I also had a long at 121.90, which was about right here, right around that area. Price went down 6 or 7 pips. It shot up, popped me out. So I lost 15 pips. No big deal. So then I waited for it to get to this level, the 123.94. It got there. What I did though is I placed my entry at 123.86, and I was basing it off this particular candle before this candle here was even there. So price went down to 123.70, and then price went up. I set my entry at 123.86. Price went to 123 like 84 or 85. It did not pop me in yesterday. I missed this entire move, 100 plus pip move, pretty much to the downside. I was expecting it. I was expecting wave 2. I saw this as a clear leading diagonal for wave 1. So I was expecting, I wasn't sure if it was going to be a sharp wave 2 or not, but I was expecting a wave 2. I missed the trade by a pip. Okay, no big deal. Now, had I been up and awake, I could have seen, I would have been able to take this particular trade once it bounced off this particular support level, 122.64. As I saw price would have risen up, I would have been able to take this one. And now you're looking at it from what, let's say, you could say 12300 to current at 125. That's a 200 pip move. However, unfortunately, I have a sick daughter. She's been throwing up all day. She was up all night throwing up, so I was still asleep because I was pretty much up all night. So I missed this trade. Now, the third funny thing is price gets to roughly here at about 124 even, and I jump in. Once price kind of came back. I take this all the way up to 12500, right? So I'm up 100 pips. But what I realize is that I don't even have a full contract yet. I have 1 penny, basically. 1 mini micro contract. So basically, I made $1 off of 100 pips. I made $1 when I had the potential to make 1,000. You live and you learn is the particular video here. It's something different. You don't win every trade. It's definitely one of those gut just awful feelings that I've had because I've been labeling this particular market, as you can see, for weeks now. I lost all the charts. My labeling was a bit different a couple of days ago. All my Elliott labels went away. But I've been following this market for so long that I knew that if it was in wave 4, that this particular wave 4 would end where wave 4 of 1 lesser degree was. So if you go to my left chart, which was on January 23rd, the triangle E of 4 ended, and it ended at 122.23. Wave 4 ended just shy of that at 122.05, just below it. So if I'm knowing this is wave 4, I made a mistake, number one, for trying to go short in this particular area when I already knew that this should have been a leading diagonal. That was my first mistake. I did have a long entry, but I set it too far away, so I missed this move up. Now I'm expecting to move to the downside once price ended. It doesn't pop me in, so I miss 100 pips here. Then I sleep on this one, so I miss 100 plus pips. Pretty much I miss 200 pips to the upside. I get in, but I don't even pay attention to the entry or to the actual lot size that I order, and I'm only making a penny, or yeah, a penny per pip. So yeah, it was a 100 pip move, but it was for one lucky dollar. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that one. So going forward, I'm gonna end this one. I don't want this particular video to be too long. What I am going to do, more than likely, is price should continue upwards, and it should find resistance near the 125.30 area to complete wave 3, possibly. At that point, I may take it short, which that most likely will probably come back down to about 124. So that's my next trade, but right now it's too tough. I'm definitely not going to get in right here. If anything, at 125.20 or somewhere in this area, I would look to go short with a stop probably at about 125.40 or so. And I should have something by tomorrow night. So thanks for tuning in and happy trading.